Hi guys. How you doing? I got my juice here. And I'm ready to go. My last YouTube video was 4 horror movies I think you should watch. Lied. My last YouTube video was 10 non-scary movies that I love that I think you guys should watch. So my top 10 non-scary movies in my collection. I needed to make another movie, 4 horror movies I think you should watch. And that's what this is. I promised you guys I wouldn't give in. This is my 3rd episode. I smacked myself in the face. My 3rd episode that I'm uploading. My hair looks a little crazy. It's in this curly ponytail thing, but honestly I did not have any time. You got my face, and that's what you're getting from me. You can't have makeup and hair done at the same time right now. You get one or the other. Okay. Also, look how cute this shirt is. It says beautiful and has a little ghost. I made it. I'm crafty. Okay. So, finito. We are back with 4 horror movies I think you should watch, part 3. And let's get into this baby. These ones, I'm gonna say these are not kid friendly. None of them are. So, but these are all like older, not like super old, but older, like cult classics, I guess you can say. So my last video I made was a makeup look on Demon Night. And it is right before the last video. It is my 3rd Fright Glam, which is basically me getting ready and talking about a movie, a horror movie that I like, and I do my makeup based off the cover of that movie. So that was Demon Night. So on this list, I am adding Demon Night. This is one horror movie I think you should watch, and it is Tales from the Crypt, Demon Night. As I had explained in that last video, I am a huge Tales from the Crypt fan, so much so that I collect the comic books. I have all the seasons. I have Demon Night. I think I have Bordello and Blood on DVD. If I'm correct, I have Bordello, Blood, and Demon Night on DVD. It's like a combo pack, and I had just picked up Demon Night on Blu-ray. And then I want Bordello, Blood on Blu-ray, which I'm pretty sure they have. But Demon Night is my favorite out of the 2. Demon Night is creepy. It's very 90s. Jada Pinkett Smith is the final girl in this movie. It is about demons, but it's really cool because it's kind of like good and evil. Like there's an angel running from the demons, and he has one of the 7 keys, which is essentially the 7 keys have the blood of Christ in them. Sounds intense, but it is pretty good. It's actually really creepy. It's not like a cheesy 90s horror movie. There's actually some good stuff in there, and it is so much like a Tales from the Crypt episode, just like longer. So I love this movie, and it is such a good movie to watch around this time of the year. So Demon Night is number 1 on my list. Like I said, I love everything Tales from the Crypt. I love the Crypt Keeper, so of course this one is going to be on my list. Numero 2. This is a double feature DVD, but I am not, the one that I want you guys to watch on my list is actually The Fog, so it's the top one here. So, I love The Fog. It is also John Carpenter, right? And Jamie Lee Curtis is also in this movie. So if you know who Jamie Lee Curtis is, if you watch my channel, you definitely know who Jamie Lee Curtis is. She is the ultimate final girl, and she is in this movie. She's also in Prom Night, but her most famous movie is, of course, it is Halloween, the Halloween franchise. Jamie Lee Curtis is Michael Myers' sister, and she is the final girl. So she is also in John Carpenter's The Fog. Funny story about The Fog. I had watched The Fog before I had seen Halloween. I love The Fog. It was my mom's boyfriend who introduced me to The Fog, as well as Phantasm, which is also one of my favorite movies in general. It's funny because Jamie Lee Curtis is also a badass in this movie, just like she is in Halloween. And it's just a really good movie. The Fog is essentially about semen see men. Every time I say that, I'm like a 12-year-old boy. You know, they're like, did you say seaman? No, I said seaman. Sorry. Okay. My mind is everywhere. So a seaman, seaman who come back from the fog. They're like these creepy ghost zombies. They're so cool. One of them has a hook. Of course he does. And they are coming, and they're coming in the fog. So The Fog is such a good movie. I love the scene. I think they're in like a church cathedral type of thing. Ugh, so good. Watch The Fog. This one came out in, I want to say the 70s. Oh, 1980. So early 80s, late 70s. Watch The Fog. The Howling is good too, but in this 4 movies, that is the second movie that I am telling you to watch. The third movie is so good. I love this movie so much. I bought this a while back when I saw Shout Factory had released it. Shout Factory does this really cool thing where it has double, there was one on Demon Night too, but this one's cool too. I like the one with Angela. So it is Sleepaway Camp. This movie, to me, is the mother of all surprises. Like, it's a reveal, if you know what I mean. Like, this movie is intense. And, like, it's basically about Angela and her cousin who go to Sleepaway Camp for the summer. It starts off with 2 little kids and their dad in the water, and they get ran over by some stupid teenagers. The boyfriend on the boat was like, his girlfriend's like, let me drive the boat. And he's like, no, you don't know how to drive. And he let her drive the boat, and she runs over a family. Don't let your girlfriend who has never drove a boat drive a boat. There we go. And Angela is a sweet, very quiet, strange, outcast girl. And she's like protected by her feisty cousin who's a guy. And she's very tiny and just very weird and out there. So let's put that out there. And so shy. And Angela, we look at her as like this innocent little, couldn't hurt a fly type of girl. But Angela's got a secret. And it's a crazy one. And I remember when I watched, I'm not going to even tell you the secret. This is one of those movies where you haven't seen it, watch it. The end is one of the craziest endings ever. And it's so creepy. Like, just watch it. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Watch it. The ending is the ending. Like, in my mind. Like, the ending of all endings. It's freaking crazy. And I hate the freaking camp, counselors. Like, there's this one girl. She dies with a curling iron, which, is gnarly, but she fucking deserved it. I hated her. She was one of the, like, camp goees. She was a little harlot. And she was so mean to Angela for, like, no reason. I couldn't stand her. And then, like, the camp, like, the, how do you say, the employees of the camp, like, the counselors, one of them's, like, such a bitch. She's, like, an older lady, and she's sleeping with, like, this really, she has a crush on the really, really old camp owner. Like, she's probably, like, 18 in this, like, in the, well, maybe she was older, but, like, in the movie she was portrayed as, like, an 18-year-old, like, a very young girl, and, like, the camp owner is, like, 70, maybe, like, late 70s. It's gross. So, I hate the counselors in this movie. They give me emotions, and I love Angela, and all I'm saying is she was pushed, and she wasn't having it anymore. So, who's the bad guy? Watch Sleepaway Camp. Yeah, so this is the combo pack collector's edition that I got from Shout Factory, and it's pretty cool. I love this movie. It is one of my favorite horror movies, so some good stuff. So that's number 3. The 4th movie that I'm going to show you guys is so good. I had not seen it. I had seen it, I want to say a long time ago, but I totally haven't watched it for a really, really, really long time. And, like, long time. Like, years and years and years. So I remember a lot of the movie, but I didn't remember like every single part of it. But I know it was really cool. So I had purchased it on Amazon because it was on sale for like $10, and I was like, cool. A long time ago I bought it, and it's a Blu-ray, so I got it, and it is such a good movie. Like, it is everything I love in a horror movie, which is cheese. Like, okay, I love myself a scary, serious horror movie. I love giallo films. Like, I have such an appreciation for giallo films, but your girl loves the cheese. Like, I love 80s horror movies. I love cheesy horror movies. I love the fake blood. I love, like, I hate watching animals die, but, like, I love, like, for example, in Pet Sematary, like, the dog, he's, like, acting, like, I love it. Like, the dog deserved an Oscar. He's, like, has ketchup on him. Like, you could totally tell the dog's fine. Or, like, when the dog's literally, like, a stuffed animal, and you could tell, like, I love the cheese in horror movies. I love me a good 80s cheese movie. I love me a good Teens Against the Night movie, which is a lot of the 80s movies. So, God, if I had to pick a genre of horror I had to watch for the rest of my life, it would be 80s horror, for sure. Like, I love 80s horror. It's Night of the Creeps. I love this movie so much, you guys. It is such a good movie. Night of the Creeps is about aliens? Kind of like aliens. Basically, it's like prom night or not prom night. It's like I guess like a dance for a bunch of college students. And you got like the really douchey, like, jock guys that are like in a sorority, and they're like silver spoon sorority white guys, and then you have like the nerdy kids who are trying to be cool in college and like want to join the sorority. And then there's this guy right here, and like his little friend. Where's his little friend? It's next to him, I think, but he's a zombie. Who was like in, like, how do you say the things he had? He was like in crutches, kind of. Yeah. But the ones were like, they're not like temporary crutches. Like, they were legit crutches he needed to walk. So he was like disabled. He was cute. Like, kiss my ass. Yeah. So they were like the outcasts, you know, and they wanted to be cool and join a sorority, and like the sorority was kind of leading them on, but they were never gonna give them the time of day. Who wants to join a sorority anyways if they're assholes like that? But they wanted to. They wanted to feel accepted. And it is what it is. Like, aliens come down, and I think it's like on a comet, right? And there's like these weird, like, worm-looking, disgusting. Those things freak me out. It's just like, ugh, I hate stuff like that. Like Slither, ugh, I hate like things going in. Ugh, it gives me like the. I just want to like scratch my skin off when I watch it. And these things pretty much go inside of you, and they turn you into like this creepy ass zombie. And there is a flamethrower scene in here towards the end. It is just everything. I love this movie. It's kids fighting the otherworldly, and it is a kick-ass weirdo cop, and he is like a manly man, and he's like, I got this, and like takes the kids with him, and he like, it's just so cool. Like, he gives me like very Indiana Jones vibes. But, like, if Indiana Jones was a badass. Like, Indiana Jones mixed with Ash from The Evil Dead, if that makes any sense. Night of the Creeps. Okay, guys, so that is the last of the 4 movies I think you should watch. And, watch them. Let me know if you guys have watched them. I am still doing, the little NECA toy giveaway on my Instagram, so I'll go ahead and leave my Instagram handle down in the little thing, the box, the commentary box underneath the YouTube video, and I will also leave, if any of these movies are streaming on a platform, I'll go ahead and leave the platform where you can watch it, and yeah, so I hope you guys like this video. I'm super excited to give you guys another video, and I said every week I would do this, so I think a week's a good enough time to watch 4 movies, so yeah, I will have another list for you soon, and make sure you enter my giveaway. Bye, guys.